Rahim, Assalamu alaikum, dear students. This is Tariq Amin, lecturer, Department of English, Quart University of Science and Technology, Kohar. A very warm welcome to the course of study skills. This is video number 2 of the lecture number 29, and our today's topic is sub skills in reading. Let's have a look at the lecture outlines of today's class. In today's class, we are going to talk about sub skills in reading. And the sub skills are inference or inferencing, and the second one is prediction or predicting, and then cohesion, coherence, and after that we have cloze exercises. Inference, let's discuss it. Inference is a conclusion reached on the basis of evidence and reasoning. It is actually a conclusion where you reach on the basis of some evidences and on the basis of some proper reasoning. For example, I infer that there is a ghost. I just infer that there is a ghost in my house. Now, what is this inference based on? This is based on the evidence that I've seen objects moving on their own. I've seen many objects moving on their own in my house. That is why I infer that there might be ghosts in my house. So my inference is based on some evidence. My inference is based on some reasoning. After that, another example is, for example, if my best friend stops talking to me, I can infer that he is angry at me. Now this is my inference. I infer that he is angry at me. Now this inference is based on this reasoning, this proper evidence that he has stopped talking to me. So it means that he is angry at me. That is why he has stopped talking to me. Or he thinks I am crazy. Inference. And inference is not based solely on your opinion. Inference is not just based on your opinion. It is based on some evidence. It is based on some reasoning. It is not just based on your opinion. It is based on evidence. It is based on some proper evidence that you take from the text when you read a text. In a story, everything you read in the text, everything that you read in the text, for example, what characters say or what character do, what events happen in the plot, etc. So you use all these information from the text, you use them as the basis for making an inference. You use all the information from the text in order to make an inference. You can use the information such as what characters do, or what characters say, or what information happen in the plot or in the story. You use all these information in order to make an inference. The text says, for example, you are reading a text and it says that the main character hates old people. It says the main character hates old people. Now you can make inference on the basis of this knowledge, on the basis of this present knowledge that you have got from the text. For example, what can we infer? We can infer that the main character has a mean or childish personality. That is why he or she hates old people. He has got childish personality, he has got mean personality. That is why he or she hates old people. What is cloze exercise? The second sub-skill is cloze exercise. The cloze exercise is a reading comprehension activity. It is actually a reading comprehension activity that in which words are omitted from a passage, words are omitted or deleted from a passage, and students are required to fill in the blanks. This is reading comprehension activity, and this sort of activities can be found in the different textbooks as well, where we are provided with different blanks and we have to fill those blanks. and these activities helps us improve our reading comprehension. This procedure is incredibly useful in reading comprehension. This is incredibly useful in reading comprehension. It helps us in enhancing our reading comprehension. Useful in reading instruction. Apart from reading comprehension, this is incredibly useful in reading instruction as well, as it can be easily done by any teacher. Any teacher can use it and provides valuable reading comprehension information as well. For example, there is an example. Let's discuss it with the help of an example. A teacher may give you the following passage to the students. For example, I give you the following passage to you and asks you to fill in the blanks. For example, this is an example. Today I went to, this is blank, you have to fill it, and bought some bread and peanut butter. I knew it was going to rain, but I forgot to take my blank and got wet on the way. Now you can use your prior knowledge, and you can use clues from the text, and you can fill these exercise. You can fill these blanks. For example, you can use your own knowledge and you can use knowledge from the text as well. Like I went to blank and bought some bread and peanut butter. Now this is an important word, bought, and these are two important words, bread and butter, peanut butter. These words help us fill this very blank as well. These helps us. For example, this is what we have got from the text. This knowledge, we have got this knowledge from the text, and we do have some background knowledge. We do have some prior knowledge about shops, about bread and peanut butter, and about the word bought. We know where do we buy bread and peanut butter. So when you say that I went to the blank and bought some bread and peanut butter, it means that I didn't go to the bank, I didn't go to uh, my class, I didn't go to my school, but it means that I went to the shop, because it is shop where we buy bread and peanut butter. So we use knowledge from the text and we use our prior knowledge as well, and on the basis of our prior knowledge and on the basis of the knowledge that we get from the text, we fill blanks. And these strategies helps us improve our reading comprehension. The next blank is I knew it was going to rain. I knew it was going to rain. This is important information, and on the basis of this information we can fill the blank. It would help us in filling the blank. I knew it was going to rain, but I forgot to take my yes. Now we can use our prior knowledge, and we know that whenever there is a chance of rain, what do we take with ourselves? Do we take our cell phones? Do we take our shoes? Or do we take other things? So let's uh, read it more. Blank and got wet on the way. And got wet on the way. When we have cell phone, it doesn't help us avoid getting wet. But there is a thing that usually we carry with ourselves when there is a chance of rain, or when there is raining, and that helps us avoid getting wet. And what is that? We do have prior knowledge, and on the basis of our prior knowledge and on the basis of these information, we can fill this blank. We can say that it is umbrella, because it is umbrella that usually we take with ourselves when we go out and rain, and this umbrella helps us avoid getting wet on the way. Cohesion and coherence are two important words that are usually related with linguistics. Okay, cohesion and coherence are terms used in discourse analysis. These are mostly used in analysis of discourse analysis, and text linguistics to describe the properties of written text. These are used to describe the properties of written text. For example, we analyze text in order to determine if cohesion and coherence are there or not, if cohesive devices have been used in a particular text or not, and if there is logical connection between the different sentences or not. Now, what is cohesion? Cohesion is defined as the use of explicit linguistic devices to signal relations between sentences and parts of text. These are usually explicit linguistic devices, language devices, and these signal relationship between different sentences of a text and different parts of a text. For example, these linguistic devices can be cohesive devices. These are cohesive devices, and these can be also called transitional devices such as and, but, however, moreover, in addition. These are different linguistic devices, different cohesive devices, and these signal the relationship between different sentences and different parts of the text as well. For example, when you say that he is ill, therefore, now you say this sentence, he is ill, and after that you use cohesive device, you use linguistic device, you use transitional device, you say he is ill, but he is ill, therefore. Now uh, therefore is a cohesive device, linguistic device, or we can say it is transitional device. Now when you say that he is ill, therefore he cannot come to school. Now this linguistic device signal relationship between these two sentences. The first one is he is ill, the second one is he cannot come to school. It signal the relation. It means that cause and effect, we can say that cause and effect relationship is there, because he is ill, therefore he cannot come to school. So these are different linguistic devices. Conjunctions can be called linguistic devices, and some other parts of speech as well. These are linguistic devices. These cohesive devices are phrases. These are can be phrases, and these can be single words as well. Phrases and words that help the reader associate previous statements, previous sentences with the subsequent sentences, with the subsequent ones. Like the previous statement in the above example was he is ill. Now this is previous statement, and he cannot come to school. This is subsequent statement. Now the cohesive device therefore helps us associate previous statement he is ill with the subsequent statement that he cannot come to school. Now coherent text makes sense to the reader. If texts are coherent, it would make sense to the reader, and if texts are not coherent, it would not make sense to the readers. And cohesive devices can help in making different texts coherent, but it is not necessary that every cohesive text would be coherent as well. Coherence is a semantic property of discourse formed through the interpretation of each individual sentence relative to the interpretation of other sentences. We interpret each individual sentence in relation to other sentences, with interpretation implying interaction between the text and the reader. It is said that coherence is something that exists in the human being, not in the text, because it is human beings who make the relationship between different parts of text and different sentences with one another. It is human mind that creates different links between the different parts of text in the different sentences. And we do say that the different cohesive devices help them uh, make different links between the different parts of sentences, different parts of paragraph, and different parts of text. One method for evaluating a text coherence is topical structure analysis. Topical structure analysis is one of the methods with the help of which we can evaluate a text coherence, and the basis of which we can determine if coherence is there in the text or not. Prediction is another important reading skill. A prediction is what you think will happen based on what you have discovered in your reading. It is what you think will happen on the basis of what you have discovered in your reading process. You predict on the basis of the knowledge that you get from the text. Like, how do I make predictions? First, use information that you already know. First of all, you need to use all the information that you already know. This information can be called background knowledge, prior knowledge. We are human beings and we live in this society, and we do have some knowledge about the different aspects of our life and the different things. We have read different things, and we do have prior knowledge about different things. We have background knowledge about different things. Now, when you predict, first of all, you need to use your prior knowledge that you already have about a particular thing. Like, this is also called background information or background knowledge or prior knowledge. And after that, the second step is use what the author is telling you. What the author is telling you means you need to use knowledge that you get from the text. You need to use what the author is telling. You need to use all the point that the author is telling. Now you need to combine these two types of information, this two type of knowledge. The first one is your background information, and the second one is the type of knowledge, the type of information that the author is delivering to you. The author is that you get from the text. Now, on the basis of these two types of information, knowledge, you can predict. Now, why learn the strategy of predicting? What are the advantages of learning predicting or prediction? What are the advantages of predicting? When students make predictions, their understanding increases. First of all, the very first advantage of prediction is predicting is when students make predictions, it increases their understanding, it increases their comprehension of the text, and they are more interested in the reading material. When you make predictions and it helps you in increasing your understanding of the text, it results in increasing motivation, increasing interest as well. It helps you increase your interest in the text, in the reading material. Students use their background knowledge as well as clues from the text. I've just discussed it. First of all, you use your background knowledge, you use your background information, your prior knowledge, as well as you use clues from the text. You take knowledge from the text, you use it. So you use background knowledge and you use clues from the text to predict and anticipate or logically guess what the text will be about. So you predict, you anticipate, you think of, and you logically guess. Your guess is based on some logic, some logic. It is not solely based on your opinion. It is based on some logic, and you logically guess what the text will be about. Now it helps accesses your knowledge of a topic, concept, text structures, and text. So when you predict, it also helps you access your knowledge of a topic. You would already have some knowledge about a particular topic. For example, we are reading this prediction topic. You might have some, for example, another example is we are reading this skill, that is reading. Now we have discussed reading in previous classes. Also, we have discussed several. We have taken several classes on this skill, reading skill. You do have some background knowledge about a topic. When you predict something, it helps accesses your knowledge of a topic and concept, your knowledge of text structures and text as well. Now, it helps in making and reviewing predictions, helps you interact with the text. When you make predictions and you review your prediction, it helps you interact with the text. Obviously, when you make predictions, it means that you are active. When you read a text, it means that you are reading the text as active reader because you are making predictions. And apart from making prediction, you are reviewing your prediction. You are reviewing your prediction that if your predictions are right or wrong. So you make predictions and you review your predictions, and this helps you interact with the text. Predictions help connect your prior knowledge with the information being learned. When you predict while reading different reading material, it helps you connect your prior knowledge we do have some prior knowledge about different things. It helps you connect your prior knowledge with the information being learned, with the information that you are learning from the text, with the information that you are getting from the reading material. Prediction helps you connect the information that you are reading from the text with your prior knowledge. Thank you. These are the references. What is a close exercise by Mr. Making predictions. Thank you very much for listening to the video. Allah Hafiz.